In a significant stride toward deepening the bonds of African and Caribbean unity, Ghana and Jamaica have entered into a groundbreaking bilateral agreement that marks a new era of practical collaboration and mutual benefit. Announced by Ghana's Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, this milestone partnership includes a powerful commitment. Jamaica is set to receive teachers and nurses from Ghana, a move that has generated excitement across both nations. Before we dive deeper into today's update, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is key to helping us grow and reach more viewers like you. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting updates. The agreement was finalized during a meeting between Mr. Ablakwa and his Jamaican counterpart, Senator the Honourable Kamina Johnson Smith, on the sidelines of the Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States, OACPS, summit in Brussels. Minister Ablakwa described the meeting as not just cordial, but highly productive, laying the groundwork for a relationship that goes beyond symbolic gestures and taps into real, tangible exchanges that could transform lives and communities. With the ink barely dry on this new agreement, both Ghana and Jamaica are signaling to the world that South-South cooperation is not only possible, it is thriving, strategic, and forward-looking. The most immediate and visible component of this agreement, the deployment of Ghanaian teachers and nurses to Jamaica, underscores a profound understanding between the two nations. In a world where developed nations often dominate the narrative of resource sharing, Ghana and Jamaica are charting their own course. Ghana, known for its solid educational infrastructure and a deep pool of qualified professionals, is extending its hand to Jamaica, a nation that has long valued quality education and healthcare, but continues to grapple with shortages in these vital sectors. Sending teachers and nurses is more than just staffing needs. It's about cultural exchange, knowledge sharing, and building bridges between peoples who share deep historical and ancestral roots. When a Ghanaian teacher walks into a Jamaican classroom or a Ghanaian nurse tends to a patient in a Jamaican hospital, they bring with them not only skills and professionalism, but also a piece of Africa. They bring language inflections, storytelling traditions, shared struggles, and aspirations that resonate deeply with the Jamaican people. And in return, they absorb the rich tapestry of Jamaican life, its resilience, rhythm, creativity, and warmth. But this historic move is only the tip of the iceberg. Mr. Ablakwa emphasized that Ghana and Jamaica are not stopping at education and health. The agreement also opens the doors to high-level political dialogues aimed at deepening cooperation in several other sectors: trade, agribusiness, tourism, education, sports, and culture. These are not just bureaucratic commitments made in the vacuum of diplomatic talk. These are practical pillars that could define the economic and social futures of both nations. Imagine the potential of Ghanaian agribusiness investors partnering with Jamaican farmers to boost food production and reduce import dependency. Visualize Ghanaian tourism experts collaborating with their Jamaican counterparts to promote Pan-African heritage tourism, telling the stories of migration, resistance, and identity that bind both countries across the Atlantic. Envision a future where students from Accra study for a semester in Kingston and vice versa, creating lifelong bonds and shifting cultural narratives through firsthand experiences. The possibilities are as vast as they are inspiring. This partnership also signals a reawakening, a conscious effort to reclaim the narrative of African and Caribbean people working together, not out of desperation, but from a position of strength and shared vision. It is not lost on either side that their histories are entwined in pain and struggle, but also in survival and brilliance. The transatlantic slave trade, colonial exploitation, and systemic oppression may have shaped parts of their past, but initiatives like this are shaping their future. The emotional weight of this partnership cannot be ignored. There is something poetic, almost spiritual, about Ghana, the gateway of the African continent, reaching out to Jamaica, a symbol of Caribbean resistance and cultural pride. It is a reunion of the dispersed, a symbolic homecoming of people whose ancestors were torn apart by history, but are now reconnecting through purpose and policy. This move echoes Ghana's Year of Return initiative in 2019, which welcomed thousands of African descendants back to the motherland. Now, The motherland is returning the favor in the form of professionals who will contribute meaningfully to Jamaican society. There is also a strategic brilliance to this collaboration. Both nations understand that in today's interconnected world, success is no longer about isolation, but integration. For small and developing countries, especially those with shared heritage and values, forging alliances is the most effective way to amplify their voices on the global stage. Whether in international trade negotiations, climate change advocacy, or cultural diplomacy, a united front between Ghana and Jamaica sends a clear message: we are stronger together. Moreover, the choice to announce this partnership at the OACPS summit is symbolic and telling. The Organization of African, Caribbean, and Pacific States has long been a platform for South-South cooperation and solidarity. By using this event to unveil their plans, Ghana and Jamaica are not only strengthening bilateral ties, but also setting an example for other member states. They are demonstrating what real cooperation looks like, cooperation that is rooted in respect, equity, and shared opportunity. In political terms, this agreement could also pave the way for more formalized and frequent diplomatic engagement. The planned high-level political talks could evolve into regular summits, working groups, and task forces that identify and execute joint initiatives. From drafting educational curriculum reforms to launching binational sports tournaments and heritage festivals, this could mark the beginning of a comprehensive partnership model that other nations will look to emulate. Economically, the potential is vast. Ghana's emerging oil and gas sector, digital innovation landscape, and expanding infrastructure make it an attractive partner for Jamaican entrepreneurs and investors. Likewise, Jamaica's experience in tourism development, music exports, and sports excellence could offer valuable insights for Ghana as it seeks to diversify its economy and cultural reach. Trade missions, joint ventures, and knowledge-sharing platforms could transform this partnership into a vehicle for mutual prosperity. For the ordinary citizen, the benefits of this partnership could become tangible sooner than expected. A Jamaican student learning Twi from a Ghanaian teacher, or a patient receiving compassionate care from a Ghanaian nurse is not just a case of international cooperation. It's a human connection, one that builds empathy, understanding, and solidarity. These everyday moments of collaboration will be the true measure of this agreement's success. This development also challenges the often narrow narrative of African and Caribbean countries as aid recipients or dependent states. Instead, it projects a new image, one of self-determined nations engaging in strategic partnerships to uplift their peoples. It is a powerful narrative that redefines what development cooperation looks like in the 21st century. And perhaps most importantly, it offers a renewed sense of pride and hope to people on both sides of the Atlantic. For Ghanaians, it's an affirmation that their skills and talents are valued globally. For Jamaicans, it's a reaffirmation that they are not alone in their quest for quality education, healthcare, and national advancement. For young people in both countries, it's a living example of what Pan-African solidarity can look like in practice, not just in slogans, but in signed agreements, airplane tickets, and classroom experiences. As this agreement takes shape in the months ahead, all eyes will be on its implementation. The world will be watching to see how these noble intentions translate into action. Will more sectors be added to the partnership? Will other African and Caribbean nations follow suit? The potential ripple effects are immense. What is clear, however, is that a bold step has been taken. A step that honors the past, responds to the present, and prepares both nations for a more united future. In a time when global alliances are shifting and when the global South is rising to claim its rightful place in the world, the Ghana-Jamaica partnership stands as a beacon. It's a reminder that unity is not only desirable, it is possible, it is powerful, and it is happening now. So as this chapter unfolds, it's not just about two nations coming together. It's about a global family rediscovering itself. It's about purpose meeting policy. And it's about Africa and the Caribbean, hand in hand, walking confidently into a future they are building together. If you're inspired by this story of unity, purpose, and shared destiny, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories on international partnerships and development across Africa and the Caribbean. Stay with us for updates as we follow this groundbreaking collaboration between Ghana and Jamaica, because this is just the beginning.
If today is your first time watching this channel or you are returning to this channel for the exciting content, please subscribe to the channel for more educative and developmental projects across Ghana and Africa as a whole. Do you want to know about the state of a project in Africa? Then make sure to like and comment the name of the project you would like us to talk about and its current state.